and he is currently creating more features. You can also connect to the Shot of the Avatar IRC channel, as well as look at the community calendar. Lord British and Darkstar both endorse the use of it. They've given Materio a royal warrant for that. And actually, the ONBE.
I was going to say, he got the 1B, correct.
Yeah. And it is time for us to go ahead and zone to Harry Underworld. So people are disappearing, and it's time for us to reappear in Mariston. And the dialogue for this is going to be brought to us by Harry Underworld of the Britannia Mining Company.
Yep, we still got about 10 more people to zone.
Yeah, so just give fully a minute or two. Harry, if you would go ahead and go into walk mode for this, and I will be following you. I have to step away from the computer for 2 minutes.
All right. All right, so welcome everybody. My name's Harry Underworld. I'll be speaking for us. Right now, we're Xavier Starfall, our Vice President of BMC, is just doing an introduction about our town. We're basically set up a temporary location here while our head town is being constructed, Blackrock Cove. We've had to spread out until that point and make our usual business contacts. He's need to lead the tour. First, we'll be starting off in our market area and our crafting area.
This is really nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got vendors here.
So this is our marketplace where the good citizens of Novia come to purchase resources and tools and furniture. Yes, and as you can see, we have various vendors selling their wares at this time. Always busy. For Britannia Mining Company, mining is only the beginning. Net would like to know how much 738 wardrobes are worth. The BMC is the largest mercantile center guild in New Britannia. We offer superb merchandises at reasonable prices. The BMC will offer suppliers of refined commodities, gear, service, and even some credit if you are eligible. We have 10 player-owned towns involved in our marketing area, and hopefully more as time comes. We are not here to make money at a quick coin. For our clientele, we want to be a consistent and loyal service to all. We hope to conduct lasting business contacts with the largest of guilds or the newest of adventurers. And we're heading off to the next area now.
I stumped a merchant.
I just lost Jack Frost. He went AFK.
You only kind of lost me. I know. I still have Harry targeted.
Oh, okay. He got back up, did he?
Yes, I got up. And now I'm gonna like run away from you, and then I'm gonna run right back.
Sorry, Harry, I didn't. Your merchant wasn't actually ready for an order there.
All right. And this is our crafting area here, where our merchants and other workers learn to craft their merchandise. And it's always open to public use as well.
Looks great.
We also have Crafting Fair, which we run monthly in Owl's Head, which is open to anybody as well. Which will actually be next Saturday this month.
Ooh, I found 3 BMC I didn't have added.
Right, now we're off to our next area. This building we're now in is the BMC Justice Hall, where our charters and laws are wrote, and also where we, if it ever becomes the case that punishments will be dealt, any grievances that are brought to us from other guilds or anyone against any of our guild matters, this is where this will be handled.
Did anyone else see that graphics glitch with Gale sitting beside me?
Yeah, I do actually. That's funny.
I have to get this on film.
You do. There's blackmail. Can be noted at this time too that BMC works within a charter, and we all have our chains of commands that we follow. I myself am just an event coordinator. I work with the guild and other guilds in working together between different events. Myself and Wind Silver Moon actually do it. We'll work with other guilds to help plan your events, to work with them, to coordinate. We work with people like Bambino who do PvP events. We make sure that if people need them, we have a ready supply of materials for spell casting, and repair kits are available so they don't have to zone back and forth all the time. Or sometimes we even help run the events when required. Amber is thanking us for a royal warrant, and again, I will say publicly on air for BMC, we greatly accepted that, and we're most grateful for it.
I heard a rumor that I'm getting a physical copy of that royal warrant.
Well, that would be nice.
And we are now moving down the row of buildings here.
User joined your channel.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're live on the air.
I am indeed.
Good afternoon, Conus.
Fish.
Good afternoon.
Fish.
Fish.
Fish. Why are we saying fish, by the way?
It's a requirement of this channel.
Fish.
You are accepted.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I thought we were moving on to the BMC's battle encampment.
Yeah, no, he decided to stop at the Capitol building first, so we're stopping at the Capitol building, which is where we have our officers' meeting hall, the presidential office, and where we would conduct business with other guilds for whatever mercantile relationships we would be discussing at that time.
Such as the sale of fish.
Exactly. We could probably get working on that as soon as I find out how to work those fishing rods.
Fish.
For our next stop, we're going to the bone encampment.
Our army encampment.
This is not as large as the one that was built on my property in release
16. Was it
We
15?
did not have time to gather up the 30,000 cotton balls that were required. to make the large
still-
encampment this time,
it was only
so we had to
7,000.
make a small. We had to make a smaller version this time.
User in your channel timed out.
So here we have the Yellow King, which is the army leader. We encourage guild members to join the militia in the event that we find ourselves in a hostile conflict. But mostly we are a neutral guild.
User entered your channel.
However, transporting a guild this size is never an easy endeavor. So far, Mariston seems to provide for our needs sufficiently. Plenty of game to hunt and ample space for our troops to train. Sadly, though, we're a bit short on ale.
That's what all those parties the BMC throws.
Well, the still is not currently AC or NPCs or for player characters. It will be released in shortly.
As you can see, the soldiers are curiously incognito.
Since we're in the fishing room today, I'm going to share with you guys my favourite fishing song in the text chat.
Probably making their nightly run to Owl's Head to slate their thirst. He's calling the BMC a rowdy bunch.
Well, the BMC is a guild of crafters, and you know how rowdy they can be.
It's all Yellow King's fault why we're low on ale.
And we also have to have a shout out for River. She's our main decorator. And she does an awesome job. Alright, next we'll be heading over to one event that probably most PvPers and other people are familiar with. Will be the BMC Gridiron and Reception area.
I love this new arena.
Yes, the new arena is very conducive to filming.
I have not actually witnessed a duel in the new arena yet. Did you want to go ahead and tell us about your experiences, Nemo?
I don't actually enter this one because it's usually right when I'm going to sleep. Just sponsor a fighter.
Oh, okay.
And we have an active fight going on as we all gather
User
around
left
here.
your channel.
That's Woodrow and Hook.
So Jackdaw Foxlawden is our ringmaster and BMC the Iron Grid event coordinator, and he's just being introduced to the crowd. He states that normally he would be standing here shouting, "Who's ready to see a fight?" Ever since he's taken the position of ringleader, he's had the pleasure of meeting many people within the guild and outside of the guild. He's telling that the event is every Sunday night. We have registration from 5 to 5:30. First blood is at 5:30. Hopefully you're enjoying our little demonstration down in the grid, in the cage there. He says, "I'm nearly finished here, but first I challenge all of you. Find somebody you haven't met yet and introduce yourself." Many of the fine events here are brought to you every day, ours included, are not possible without the collaborations of every member of this fantastic community. And one of the finest places for avatars to find others and call home. And BMC is proud to be part of that. And he pointed out the fact that on a fight night now, when because the skeletons of the dead remain behind, it can get to be a lot of skeletons in that arena.
Yes, there can.
And now we have one last stop on our tour for today. So now we are entering into a basement. If you find you're having problems with nothing in there, just zone to yourself or to somebody else in the party and everything will appear.
I see the BMC has brought out the pole dancers. We have the BMC Underground Nightclub.
Yes, and is our grand opening of BMC Booze and Bunnies Bar. A great place to unwind after a hard day of fighting in the pits.
It's an interesting place.
Yes, it is.
It was also noted that we have a bouncer installed in the back area by the entrance, where there are 2 cells where we lock up the unruly. And now for a toast. Again, sorry if you couldn't see us. You'll need to rezone if you need to. To Winfield for gracious hospitality, both as host and the leader of Pax Lair, and its many efforts.
Indeed, thank you very much. Perfect. I really like this place.
BMC always does a really fine job when it comes to crafting and decorating.
I love River's decorating ability.
And we thank all who joined us on this adventure as well.